What's up with y'all? It's your boy Noah, back with another all-star Tower Defense X video. Today's topic of discussion is the skill tree. I have not seen that many people talk about it. It's a little bit underknown and a little bit confusing, but I'm going to go over what I know and how you guys can easily fill it out and do everything you need to do for the skill trees in this game. But guys, before we start, like I always say, I'm trying to become the best Roblox anime YouTuber out there. So if you want to join the journey, a like and subscribe would be much appreciated. But with all that being said, I hope you enjoy the video. Alright guys, so it's been a couple days after release, and it's safe to say I think I know most of the gist and whatnot, the nitty-gritty of the skill tree. First off, how do you max it out? Okay, so there are things called skill orb 1 and skill orb 2. Now, to my knowledge, skill orb 1s are way more like needed for this compared to skill orb 2. If you go into my units right now and I go to Olkiori, who I've been maxing out my skill tree for, this is what my skill tree looks like. And I have literally used like 14 of the skill tree 1s, and I've gotten this far. I barely use any skill tree 2s. So skill tree 1s or the skill orbs 1 are going to be the hardest to grind. And also, you're going to want the most of them. And how you get these is challenges right here. All right. There is, the top one is always going to be a skill orb 1. As you can see here, this one has skill orb 1 and skill orb 2. It does not give you any of the basic ones that you can craft into them. But things like this gives you pure skill orbs. Alright, all these three gives you pure skill orb 1s for hard. And it gives you pure skill orbs 2 for expert. Now, also kind of annoying because, like I said, skill orb 1s are a lot more, you know, sought after. So when you're grinding expert for your ghost 3s and your stats, or not stats, your traits, not being able to get hard for these skill orb pures is kind of annoying. Because like I said, it's a lot more valuable to have the 1s than compared to the 2s. Especially just getting a basic skill tree down if you don't want to max it out. Because I'm going to get into how you do it in a second. But it's pretty tedious to get a full maxed out 1 and to use the actual node or skill orb 2s. Also, last thing before I show you guys how to max the skill tree, which shouldn't be that hard to tell you anyways, is some of the best ones for units. Alright, so first off, most of the time using damage is going to be the best option to my knowledge. Some units that I know are going to be better on damage are Olkioria, Goku, SSJG. Sukuna also probably be better. Mihawk is range though, I know that for sure. Frieren is SPA to my knowledge. Ichigo would also be damage. Blackbeard would probably be range because he's a support. And Deidara, don't even know her name or his name that much. Not too familiar with him. Not very good anyways. Gojo would also probably be range because he's a support. Sunju would probably be damage and so forth. It's pretty explanatory what to pick or whatnot. You can also just ask the Discord server or ask me in my Discord server. I can probably answer some of your questions. Pretty self-explanatory. For example, if it's a support, having range or SPA would probably be the best one. Damage is not necessary on a support, but more damage-heavy central units like Olkioria, Sukuna, SSJG, Goku, who already has a low SPA, are going to want to have damage on it. And then Mihawk, already good at SPA or range, you're going to want to bring his skill tree for more range because he's already super good. And also, some of the skills you get from the special nodes, which I'll talk about in a second, to make Mihawk really OP with range. So you also have to consider those. And now if I actually go into my skill tree, which is, you know, the actual stuff for the video, as you can see, it's pretty complicated. It's not too hard to understand, though. It's pretty self-explanatory. Basically, you have damage. I can't click these, but it would be range and SPA. And you have three sides to this. You have the left, the right, and the down. Now, like I was saying, for almost all of these, you're going to want to have these skill orb 1s. As you can see, even down here, I need skill orb 1 for this one. I need skill orb 2 for this one. Okay, that's a little bit different. Most of the only times you need skill orb 2s are going to be for the last paths and for the special nodes. And now, for the special nodes, basically, these are just things that you can do to have special abilities on it. Okay, sorry, I clicked out of it on accident. If you go over here, special node right here, it costs the skill orb 2s. If I click on it, it will give me 2 upgrades or 3 upgrades to select. And you can have up to 4 of them. And there's only 4 of them. So you don't have to pick a different one or like consider it really too much because there's 4 nodes and there's 4 slots up here. So you don't have to worry about that. As you can see, we have critical, you have element boost, and you have disruption. Personally, I'm going to pick disruption for my first one because it seems very, very good in my opinion. And as you can see, yeah, I have a bunch of these nodes. I don't have to worry about that. And there's also more. Down here, we have another one. We're going to select this one, pick it, and we already have this. By the way, to my knowledge, I'm pretty sure you cannot pick duplicates, so you don't have to worry about which one you pick. But I could still be wrong, but I'm 99% sure you can only pick one of each one of them, so you don't have to worry about, you know, like I said, which one you should pick and which one's better than the other one. So I don't think we can do it twice, but we also have the marker, the elemental boost again, and the critical. I do want to add critical too because I think it's going to be pretty good. This one is also skill orb 1. Like I was saying, very, you know, interesting how they have that. And then over here, another one, skill orb 2. Now, we have these ones again. We have not picked the marker or the elemental boost. So I'm going to do the marker because it's more of a support, helps out the whole entire team. Select that and boom. Now I have 3 nodes out of 4. And if you actually want to unlock the whole skill tree, you also do need to have 3 extra of the selected units, right? If I have Olkioria, I need 3 more Olkiorias, 4 in total. So I have 1 right here to sacrifice this one, and 1 right here to sacrifice the other one. And they are essential to completing the nodes, which are the main things. Node up here, needed for this one. Node down here, needed for that one. And that should be really the gist of all the skill tree. Again, not too hard to understand. It's kind of consider the units to pick what you want, SPA, damage, or range. Also know what the nodes are too. It will help you to figure it out. These are very good for Olkioria. Having disruption is also very nice. Shields are a big part of this game. Some of them have almost 20 shields on them, so being able to penetrate them is very nice. And also marker, good. Critical, obviously very nice. Makes them a very strong unit and even a support technically with a marker. 10% chance to mark enemies. Mark enemies take 30% more damage for 5 seconds. Helps with the whole team. And then, yeah, the only hard part is getting the 3 extra units. Because already, gems are hard to get. So having to get 4 total of 1 unit is going to be pretty hard. And then lastly, like I was already saying, make sure you get the skill orb 1s that are a lot more needed. Look at my skill tree. I had like 140 skill orb 2s, 140 skill orb 1s. And I have maxed this almost out with mainly skill orb 1s. Look at this value. I'll like never need to have skill orb 2s again. But that's all I have for you guys today. If this helped you in any way, tell me in the comments down below. Or if I need to improve on anything, tell me in the comments below. And also, I know I talk like XQC. I know I talk fast. If you tell me, I already know. Okay, I already know. But like I said, that's all I have, guys. Make sure to like and subscribe. Make sure to join my Discord server. Join my Roblox group. All the good stuff. And I'll see you next one, guys. Peace out. Thank you.